Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about Taurus celebrities, and I'm going to be using examples for people with Taurus Sun, Moon in Taurus, and Taurus Ascendant. Anyway, people, well, first thing off is, well, as far as Taurus celebrities go, one person that strongly comes to mind is a mixed martial arts fighter, Conor McGregor, who has a Taurus Ascendant. Now, many of you may know he had made a transition, at least temporarily, to go to fight Floyd Mayweather in a boxing match. And what happened was many people did not give Conor McGregor much of a chance at all in that fight. Yes, he ultimately lost the fight, but he gained a lot of respect from others. Now, Taurus is a sign of endurance and stamina, and his training for the fight was extensive, rigorous, and required a lot of persistent, laborious effort, which of course strongly resonates with this sign. Now, Taurus people I see as having very strong quiet strength, and they could be very calm and composed, nearly unflappable. I mean, he pushed Floyd Mayweather to, if I'm not mistaken, the 10th round in that fight. It was either, I believe, the 9th or 10th round. But anyway, it went much longer than a lot of people anticipated. It went longer than what I believed it would go. And a lot of people, I don't think, believed it would go beyond 3 rounds even. Now, Taurus is a sign that is associated with perseverance and tenacity. And Conor McGregor certainly showed that in that fight. And Taurus can be really obstinate and stubborn and not give up easily. Now, I think those qualities surely came out strongly in the fight he had with Mayweather, and he really showed, I mean, a lot. I think we saw a lot of his Taurus Ascendant coming out in that fight. Now, the next person I want to talk about that can strongly resonate, I believe, with Taurus energy is a former NFL head coach, Jeff Fisher, who has a Taurus moon. Now, for a number of seasons when he was with the Tennessee Titans, I think they were under a different name for that period before they eventually became the Titans, but when he was with that team, they endured a number of mediocre seasons. In fact, they had 3 consecutive 8-8 seasons prior to the start of the 1999-2000 NFL season. Now, before the start of that season, though, Fisher proclaimed that his team would be playing in January. He intimated by doing so that they would be a playoff team. Now, well, he did come through on what he said, and perhaps the team even superseded expectations. This could very well be the strong Taurus energy coming out, because Taurus people generally won't say something unless they're going to follow through on it. And that season, ultimately, the Titans did finish 13-3, and they made it all the way to the Super Bowl. Many of you may remember, of course, they did lose to Los Angeles, to the St. Louis Rams. But however, Jeff Fisher did show qualities of perseverance in this case, because he endured a number of mediocre seasons before having that one outstanding one with the team. And he also came through on what he said he was going to do, and that is, in coming through on what you say you're going to do is very strongly synonymous with Taurus energy, I believe. Now, another celebrity that comes to mind that I think is strongly emblematic of Taurus energy is renowned publishing executive Steve Forbes, who has Taurus rising. Now, he is obviously someone that really has virtually no problem in making money and generating income, and has prodigious financial acumen. His current net worth for 2017, according to Wikipedia.org, is $430 million. And I mean, you talk about having more money than you know what to do with. Now, Taurus has been known to make money work for themselves. So anyway, but I want to go back to boxing. I think what's ironic is that Conor McGregor fought Floyd Mayweather, who has a Taurus moon. Mayweather has a Taurus moon, so he has strong Taurus energy himself. Now, Mayweather, as many of you may know that follow sports, follow boxing, or what have you, he often likes to flaunt his cash, and he really makes no bones about letting people know he has a lot of money, and he flashes it like there's no tomorrow. He is certainly, he's not a person, another person that has no difficulty in generating income, and he is also, at least according to what I research anyway, at least $400 million in terms of his net worth. So he is another, I mean, let's say very affluent person, to say the least. Now, the funny thing about, not the funny, well, I want to talk about one other example as far as a Taurus celebrity goes that comes to mind, is Tony Danza, who was on, many of you may remember, he was an actor that was on Who's the Boss. It was a popular sitcom, but he was in a movie called Doing Time. Now, in the movie, what happened was he was incarcerated, and what he did was he pursued an education in the law, if I remember correctly, and he showed a lot of persistence in doing so and a lot of perseverance. He had to take a lot of stuff from like the prison guards and workers or what have you there, and really, even through that, he found a way to complete that, whatever degree it was connected with. I believe it was with the law. Interestingly enough, Tony Danza likely has a Libra moon, but depending on time of birth, I think if it's late in the day, it's more like it could be Scorpio or Libra. I feel it probably is Libra. And as I've talked about before, a lot of times actors will and actresses will often gravitate toward roles and be pulled toward them that they, at least on a subconscious level, that correspond with their astrological energies. And I think in this case, Tony Danza is obviously no exception. I thought it was interesting, again, with the Libra moon, is that that's a sign associated with justice and the law. And it's another reason why I think, because of the role he played in that movie, he showed he showed this connection with the law, and perhaps as an emotional need. I mean, learning to get a degree. I believe it was either getting a degree to be an attorney and practice law or something similar. So anyway, this is that pretty much will do it for this YouTube astrological segment for Taurus celebrities. And anyway, stay tuned next time where I will be talking about Gemini celebrities. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.